Keep It Comics is quickly becoming one of the most popular comic book channels on YouTube. And if you want to know why, meet me back here in the comic room. What's up, everybody? And welcome back to another episode of Keep It Comics. As always, I am your gracious host, C3. And before I get started, I would like to take this opportunity to do what I always do. And that is thank each and every one of you for stopping by and checking out the channel. We've got a lot of funny books we want to talk about today. Some great picks that I found on the secondary market. They're doing great numbers, but still affordable. Not quite out of range, which makes us kind of eager to want to see what they're about. Alright? So, you guys know the drill. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and definitely ring the bell so every time I do a video, you guys will get that notification. Now, if this is your first time stopping by checking out the channel, I'm pretty sure you're going to enjoy the show. We have a mantra over here, and it's called Good Vibes Only. And that means check the nonsense at the door, peoples, because we're only here for the love of the hobby. We just want to enjoy good vibes, good talk, good comic books, and good community. All right? So, with that being said, coming in at number 10. Number 10 on our list, we have a book that is published by Marvel. This is some Bronze Age goodness, ladies and gentlemen. This book was released on March 1st, 1977. The title of this book is a Marvel team-up featuring Spider-Man and Warlock. And this is issue number 55. Yes. So, the key factor to this book is it's the first appearance of the Gardener, the Time Gem, and the Power Gem, right? So let's talk numbers. The last recorded sale for this book was on September 5th of 2022, where a raw copy of this book sold for $20. Ladies and gentlemen, this book is currently trending upward with a 32.32% increase in sales. Now, the average sale for a CGC 9.8 in this book is $338, while the average sale for a raw copy of this book runs you roughly about $10. There's been 534 raw copies of this book that has sold, and there's been 28 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 562 copies of this book that continues to change hands on the secondary market. The highest known sale for CGC 9.8 was back on May 26th of 2021, where that book sold for $655. Meanwhile, fair market value has this book resting at $10 for a raw copy that is in fine condition. All right, so if you are in the market for Marvel Team Up featuring Spider-Man and Warlock, issue number 55, keep your eye out on this book because it's on the move. All right, coming in at number 9. At number 9, we have a book that is published by DC. This is some Silver Age goodness, my friends. This book was released on October 1st, 1958. Oh my goodness, can you just smell that? I can smell the ink. Oh man. It's funny how when you talk about the time a book came out and you could just smell it, right? It's just a beautiful thing. That nostalgia just comes back. It's so vivid. It's so real. Right? And the title of this book is Superboy, issue number 68. And this is the first appearance of Bizarro. Yes, Bizarro. Now, last recorded sale for this book was on August 14th of 2022, where a raw copy of this book went for $2,300. I know, I get it. And you're like, well, C3, you said that it would be affordable. Well, all right, so watch, just pay attention, and we're going to get to that. All right? Now, this book is currently trending upward, my friends, with 36.67% increase in sales. Now, the average sale for a 4.0 in this book is $840, while the average sale for a raw copy is $489, right? So, not too bad, you know? There has been 131 raw copies that have sold, and there's been 152 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 283 copies of this particular book that is moving on the secondary market. Now, the highest known sale for CGC 9.2 in this book was back on November 21st of 2019, where that book sold for $31,200 in that higher grade, in that 9.2. While the fair market value has this book resting at $489 for a raw copy that is in very good condition. So this book is still affordable in a low to mid grade, right? And if somebody's looking for that higher grade, then you're just gonna have to pay a little more higher price point. But this book is still obtainable, all right? So if you are interested in getting your hands on the first appearance of Bizarro Superboy issue number 68, keep your eye out on this book because it is on the move. All right? Coming in at number 8. Number 8, we have a book that is published by Marvel. This book was released on March 7th of 2018. The title of this book is Doctor Strange, Damnation, issue number 2, The Connecting Variant. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Now, allow me to take this opportunity to shout out Jim Comics because this is a book that just got real hot after he mentioned it on his show. I watch Jim Comics. I'm a big fan of his. He does great work, very knowledgeable of the industry and books, does a lot of speculating, real good at picking out what might be hot, you know, what you may want to get it, you know, and books that you might not even want to pay attention to. Very, very knowledgeable. Shout out to Jim Comics. We appreciate you. Just an excellent member of the community, does great work. But so this is a book that he was talking about, and when he mentioned it on his channel a few months ago, it literally just took off on the secondary market. Normally when Jim mentions something, it just shoots to the rock. It goes, right? So I know not to buy when that happens. I fall back and I wait for the price to drop. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Strike while the iron is cold, because this book has come down considerably. It is back down in that area to where I'm like, yes, perfect time for buy-in. All right? So let's talk about it. The key factor to this book is it is the first team appearance of the reformed Midnight Suns, right? Bats, Wong, Blade, Elsa Bloodstone, Iron Fist, Mr. Knight, Dr. Voodoo, Man-Thing, Ghost Rider, and the Scarlet Spider. A host of people on this new reformed team of the Midnight Suns, right? So let's talk about the numbers, all right? Last recorded sale for this book was on September 3rd of 2022, where a graded 9.4 sold for $47. Now, this book is currently trending upward, ladies and gentlemen, with a 0.45% increase in sales. The average sale for CGC 9.4 is about $47. The average sale for a raw copy in this book is running roughly about $3. I know. Talk about dropping price, right? Strike while the iron is cold. That's what I love to do. I don't mind buying a book when it's on its way down or when it has hit its low. That's the perfect time. I like to add to my collection, but I also like to save a couple of dollars while doing so. All right? There has been 44 raw copies that have sold, and there has been 2 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 46 copies of this book that has changed hands on the secondary market over the last few weeks. All right? Now, the highest known sale was back in March 19th of 2022, where a 9.0 went for $160, while fair market value has this book resting at $47 for the most common grade of a 9.4. So, if you were one of those people who was interested in getting your hands on this book, but it was, you know, a little too hot to invest in at the time, now is the perfect opportunity to strike. Strike while the iron is cold. Doctor Strange, Damnation, issue number 2, The Connecting Variant. All right? Give me 1 second. Let me just take a sip. Now, yes, ladies and gentlemen, good vibes only. Coming in at number 7, we've got some more Silver Age goodness. This book was released on August 1st, 1963. Another beautiful year. Just take it all in. 1963. can smell the ink. It's still wet. This book is published by Marvel, ladies and gentlemen. The title of this book is Tales to Astonish, issue number 49. All right, let's talk about it. First appearance of Giant Man. That's the key factor. It's the first appearance of Giant Man. Now, last recorded sale was on September 1st of 2022, where a raw copy of this book sold for $440. This book is currently trending up with a 34.49% increase in sales, ladies and gentlemen, where an average 5.5 graded copy is selling for $263, and an average sale for a raw copy is about $67. There's been 223 raw copies that have sold, and there's been 79 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 302 copies of this book that continue to move on the secondary market. Now, the highest known sale was back in March 27th, where CGC 9.6 sold for $15,600, and that was back on March 27th of 2019. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have a high sale of $15,600 back in 2019 for a 9.6. Now, fair market value has this book resting at $67 for a raw copy of a book that is in good condition. So if you're in the market for Tales to Astonish, issue number 49, keep your eye out on this book, because the first appearance of Giant Man is definitely on the move. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Coming in at number 6, we are moving right along, steady as she flows, right? This book was released on July 20th of 2022. It is published by IDW. The title of this book is Scott Snyder's Dark Space Wildfire, issue number 1. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, issue number 1. Now, the key factor to this book is it has a Liana Kangas cover C, which is just a beautiful cover, right? And it was also optioned back in August. All right, so you have a book, a modern book that is a beautiful cover, and it has just recently been optioned, and it has a great storyline. It's about some female inmates who are part of a prison firefighting group, and they're tasked with doing all types of things, but they finally get this opportunity to escape. And now the question is do they escape, or do they remain, I guess you say, true to their sentence? But it has a really, really decent story plot. I really encourage you guys to read this book. Don't just purchase it because it's been optioned, but it has a really great outline. It's about some women who run into some troubling situations based on their relationship with one another. All right? So I'm not going to spoil it, but I would like to see people go out and give this book a shot. All right? So let's talk about the numbers. Now, the last recorded sale for this book was on August 15th of 2022, where a raw copy of this book sold for $7. This book is currently trending up, ladies and gentlemen, with a 36.59% increase in sales since it's been optioned. Now, there's been 12 raw copies that have sold, and the average sale for a raw copy at this moment is about $4. So that's a perfect price point for buying. This book has gone under a lot of people's radar. I'm sure that there was also a low print run on this book too, which just makes it all that more desirable. At least for me it does, right? So now the highest known sale was back on August 14th of 2022, where a raw copy of this book went for $9. And when I hear numbers like that, that makes me want to just splurge. I may, grab like 3 copies. 2 for the collection, 1 to just share with somebody. Now, fair market value has this book resting at $4 for a raw copy that is in near mint to mint condition. All right, mint to near mint condition. All right, so if you are in the market for IDW Scott Snyder's Dark Space Wildfire, issue number 1, keep your eye out on this book, because it is on the move, my friends. Excuse me. All right, we have made it to number 5. We're at the halfway point. So just let me just stop for a second and thank each and every one of you once again for stopping by and checking out the channel. And if you hang around to the end of the video, I'll show you some packages that I got in the mail, and I'll also show you what I picked up for this past new comic book day. Not nothing crazy, but just some things I don't mind sharing with the community. All right, I think you might be interested. You might like what I picked up. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. Thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for all your encouraging comments. You guys are truly the best part of my day, and I really appreciate it. I couldn't do this without you, and I just have a lot of fun doing it, man. I love the hobby. I love my comics. I just love the engagement. I love sharing. So I appreciate each and every one of you. All right? Thank you very much. Now, back to our regularly scheduled program. Coming in at number 5. This book is some Bronze Age goodness, ladies and gentlemen. It was released on October 1st, 1973. Another beautiful year. This book was published by Marvel, and the title of this book is, it's The Tomb of Dracula, issue number 13, first appearance of Frost, Deacon Frost. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, remember in the Blade movie where he hits the guy, Frost? Yeah, it's dope. And here's a fun fact too. A lot of people may not even know it, but Blade single-handedly saved the Marvel Universe. Oh, you don't believe me? Go back, check the facts. Blade single-handedly saved the Marvel Universe. Back when they were selling off all their property, guess who kept them afloat? I'll wait. I'm kidding. Yep, but go back, check it out. Blade. I loved the first 2. After that, got a little shaky, but I still watched them. Because I just like watching entertaining things, you know? But, yeah, fun fact. Who knew? Now, let's talk numbers. The last recorded sale for this book was on August 27th of 2022, where raw copy of this book sold for $125. This book is currently trending upward, ladies and gentlemen, at 49.14%, and that is a beautiful increase in sales so far. The average sale for a CGC 8.5 is $237, while the average sale for a raw copy is running you roughly about $90. Now, there has been 357 raw copies that have sold and 66 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 423 copies of this book that has changed hands on the secondary market. So Blade continues to do good numbers. Anything concerning Blade is going to, I'm going to say, like, increase in value over this time before this movie drops. You know, they got Mahershala Ali, who is slated to play Blade, and everybody's excited. I know I am excited about how this movie is going to turn out. I'm a fan, right? So here we go. The highest known sale was back on July 12th of 2021, where a 9.8 of Tomb of Dracula issue number 13 sold for $2,640. Yes, that's a high sell. Now, fair market value does have this book resting at $90 for a raw copy that is in fine condition. Now, for someone like me, this is worth going after because that first appearance of Blade, issue number 10, is a little high right now. It's a little too expensive for my blood. So just to have the first appearance of this particular character would ease my anxiety a little bit, so to speak. So it would keep me leveled out, right, until I was able to get my hands on that that issue number 10 that I would like to have. All right. So if you are in the market for Tomb of Dracula, issue number 13, keep your eye out on this book because it is on the move. First appearance of Deacon Frost. Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming in at number 4. This book was released on January 23rd, 1992. Yes, it's some modern stuff. We got some modern things on the list. This book was published by DC. The title of this book is Batman, issue number 475. It's the first appearance of Renee Montoya. Renee Montoya. Right? Now, let's talk about it. Last recorded sale was on September 3rd of 2022, where a raw copy of this book sold for $13. Now, trust me when I tell you, I love this type of low-hanging fruit. Like, I love getting my hands on first appearances for not a lot of money. Now, is this a specific or a significant first appearance? Not just yet, but you never know how DC is about to start restructuring where they may go. So it's good to have something like this in your collection, and you didn't have to pay a lot of money for it, right? Okay, so this book is currently trending upward, ladies and gentlemen, with a 42.14% increase in sales. Now, the average sale for CGC 9.8 in this book is $100 at the moment. And again, that's still a beautiful price point for buying for 9.8, right? The average sale for raw copy is about $8. So there has been 493 raw copies that have sold and 73 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 566 copies of this particular book that has changed hands on the secondary market. The highest known sale was back on July 1st of 2021, where a 9.8 sold for $200. And again, fair market value has this book resting at $8 for a raw copy that is in very fine condition. So if you are in the market for the first appearance of Renee Montoya, right? Batman, issue number 475, keep your eye out on this book because it too is on the move. All right? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to that pivotal moment. We have made it to the top 3 hottest comic books of the week. This book was released on May 13th of 2015. Published by Marvel. The title of this book is Star Wars, Darth Vader, issue number 5. Yes, this one is for all of you, my Star Wars fans. All right? The key factor to this book is it is the first appearance of Alien and Morit Astard, right? Alien and Morit Astard. Astard, yes. I love pronouncing these out of space names. Like, it's different than, like, even if you were trying to pronounce a name that was in a different language. So just pronouncing an outer worldly name is difficult as well. But that's the fun of it all. Right? So if you think about the character being made up, the name is made up too. So you just take letters and just throw them around and be like, oh yeah, we'll call them that. Right? So let's talk about it. Last recorded sale for this book was on September 7th of 2022, where a raw copy of this book sold for a nice $18, ladies and gentlemen. This book is currently trending upward with a 52.5% increase in sales. So that's not bad. Now, the average sale for a CGC 9.6 is $28. I couldn't find a sale on a 9.8, but that 9.6, the average sale for it is $28, and it's not bad, right? So you're thinking about $30 for a 9.6. If there is a 9.8 out there that someone's willing to sell, you probably can land that maybe for like 125, maybe 150 bucks, depending on what they're asking and depending on how well you negotiate, right? Now, there is an average sale of $18 for the raw copy. There has been 278 raw copies that have sold and 1 graded copy that have sold thus far, giving us a total of 279 copies of this book that has changed hands on the secondary market. Now, back in August 24th of 2022, which was not that long ago, a CGC 9.6 sold for $28. All right, so again, fair market value has this book resting at $18 for a raw copy that is in probably like very fine to, no, in about near mint condition. Yeah, about $18 for near mint, but in a raw copy. All right, so if you are in the market for Star Wars Darth Vader issue number 5, fire cover, I might add, keep your eye out on this book because it too is on the move. All right, now coming in at number 2, ladies and gentlemen, we've got some more Marvel stuff. Another Marvel book on the list. This book was released on December 1st of 1984. The title of this book is Fantastic Four, issue number 273. The key factor to this book is it is the first appearance of Nathaniel Richards. I had to put this up there for all my Fantastic Four fans because we know that MCU, the Fantastic Four, the first family, they're coming. So we're just speculating all across the board. We're throwing everything at the wall. Somebody's going to show up. Right? Now, the last recorded sale for this book was on September 5th of 2022, where a raw copy of this book sold for $37. And this book is currently trending upward, ladies and gentlemen, with a 100.66 increase in sales at the moment. There are a lot of people anticipating what's going to happen in the MCU when it comes to the Fantastic Four. Now, the average sale for CGC 9.8 in this book is $223 at the moment. And the average sale for a raw copy is about 15 bucks. Now, strike while the iron is cold. Even though there's an increase in percentage in sales, it's still a perfect opportunity for buying. There's still low buy-in here. So keep your eye out on this book. There's been 448 raw copies that have sold and 16 graded copies that have sold, giving us a total of 467 copies of this book that has changed hands on the secondary market. Now, the highest known sale was back on July 4th of 2021, where CGC 9.8 sold for $400, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, $400. And keep this in mind, that fair market value has this book resting at $15 for a raw copy that may be in very fine condition. So if you are in the market for the Fantastic Four, issue number 273, keep your eye out on this book because the first appearance of Nathaniel Richards is on the move. All right. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, coming in at number one, we have Nathan, to our number one hottest comic book of the week. Let me get my commentary voice going. me. Don't pay no attention to him. All right, coming in at number one, ladies and gentlemen. This book was released on November 1st, 1987. The title of this book is The Web of Spider-Man, issue number 32, the direct edition. It's published by Marvel. Now, the key factor to this book is not only does it have that classic cover art by Mike Zeck, but it is the storyline where Spider-Man rises from the grave and goes back and puts the beads on Kraven the Hunter. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, just an awesome storyline, a must-have for the collection. And what I like most about it is a beautiful time for buy-in, right? Check out these numbers. Last recorded sale for this book was on September 7th of 2022, where a raw copy of this book sold for $49. This book is currently trending upward, ladies and gentlemen, with a 124.42% increase in sales. So this book is catching a lot of heat right now. The average sale for CGC 9.6 is $199. The average sale for a raw copy is roughly about 30 bucks. There's been 602 raw copies that have sold and 95 graded copies of this book that have sold, giving us a total of 697 copies of this book that has changed hands on the secondary market. Now, the highest known sale for this book was back on October 7th of 2021, where a 9.8 sold for $570. The fair market value has this book resting at $29 for the most common grade, which is a raw copy that may be in fine condition. So if you are a Spider-Man fan such as myself and you would like to have Web of Spider-Man issue number 32, the direct edition, in your collection, keep your eye out on this book because it's on the move. It's a perfect time for buying. All right? So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I have given you your list. While you are on the hunt, be mindful. Never jump out of the airplane without your parachute. You don't have to make any hasty decisions. You can budget for any of these books. They're great books. A lot of people tend to want to go a little overboard, put their lives in jeopardy over a comic book. It's not worth all that, right? Just be patient. Don't worry about it. If you can't get this book today or tomorrow, it'll circle back around. These books do cycle. They go up, they come down. They go up, they come down. It's a never-ending roller coaster. Just watch the book. Keep your eye on the book, and it'll come down, all right? Trust me when I tell you. FOMO is real. but you don't have to get caught up in that. This is a fun hobby that we have, and there should be no stress, and there should be no consequences and repercussions by buying a $3.99 comic book. Right? Exactly. So, for those of you who have stuck around to the end, I don't know how you did it. How do you deal with all this for 30 minutes, right? I don't know. But look, check it out. I have some comics that I picked up for New Comic Book Day, and I'm going to show them to you. All right? So, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for inviting me into your home. Thank you for sharing your love of comics with me, because I appreciate you. Let me share my love of comics with you. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Please, leave an encouraging comment in the comment section. Continue to gas my head up so I can keep doing what I'm doing. I'm joking. I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. People are watching the channel. You guys are watching and enjoying and sharing the channel. And that's just a beautiful thing. All right? So, here's a book that I wasn't going to buy because I knew it was just mad gimmicky. But I couldn't fight it no more. I had to do it just in case something happened. But that book is Amazing Fantasy, issue number 1000. And I'm going to need someone to please tell me, how do we get to Amazing Fantasy 1000? Like, what's going on here? But I like that cover, man. Just beautiful artwork. Beautiful cover. Right? The next book I grabbed from Ablaze Comics, and that is The Boogeyman, issue number 1. The most supernatural superhero, The Boogeyman. Issue number 1. Just a beautiful homage cover. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The old shoulder basketball injuries. Excuse me. I picked up a back issue of DC's Harley Quinn Loves Joker, issue number 1. Just love Harley Quinn and Joker. That dynamic is just flammable, so to speak. Just very flammable, right? Now, I picked up Sabrina, the Teenage Witch Anniversary Spectacular, issue number 1. And I don't know how many of you still read Sabrina, but I'm hearing that there's a first appearance in this one. I used to watch Sabrina, the Teenage Witch. Yes, I did. Don't judge me. But as a kid, I watched it. Right? Sabrina, the Teenage Witch. It was very enjoyable. I picked up Spawn, issue number 333. Really enjoying this story arc. Looking forward to seeing what's going on with Spawn and his ventures. I picked up Flashpoint Beyond, issue number 5. You guys know how I feel about my yellow covers. I actually have a couple of these, but I felt like it was only needed to just show you this one. Sometimes I show off 2 or 3, but I'm gonna be good. A book that I'm really enjoying, and I encourage you guys, if you aren't reading this book, yo, go grab this book. And I'm talking about Batman, issue number 127, being written by Chip Zdarsky and the crew. Man, he is killing this one right here. Probably going to be one of the most prolific Batman runs in comic book history, man, if he keeps this up. This is a fire read, man. Definitely check it out. And that cover is mean, yeah. That cover is definitely mean. All right, peoples. I grabbed Star Wars, issue number 27. The Good People. Yep. I grabbed Spider-Man 2099 Exodus. I grabbed that Green Goblin cover. I guess he's supposed to be going by the name of Galactic Goblin now, but I grabbed that cover because it's just pretty. I like the green. Big fan of green also. That green and purple, just popping. I can't wait to put it in a Mylar and see what it looks like. Another book I'm enjoying reading is Black Panther. This is issue number 9, that Alex Ross cover. Love the writing on this. All right, and now in another book, and this is the last one I picked up. I encourage you to go out and grab this one if you are a connoisseur of all things fine art. Check this book out. This book was written by done by Lee Bermejo. Lee Bermejo, right? And it is Batman, Dear Detective, right? I believe this is a one-shot, but go grab this book. This book has a lot of his beautiful, stunning artwork in there, man. Just beautiful to have. It's almost like having a poster book, right? And it's got a story in there. But just how it's written, how it's structured and put together, and the same art that you see on the cover is the same art that's throughout the book, and it's just awesome artwork. I am actually going to go back and grab me another copy of this. I want to have another copy of this in the collection because this is just stunning artwork of his. All right? Okay? So, that's what I picked up for New Comic Book Day. Now, excuse me, that Vibe Juice, boy. Gotta love it. Good vibes only. Just how we like it. Right? So, let's pop open a package. Alright? Let's pop this baby open. See what we got. If you guys been here before, you know the routine. Cue the music, but keep your clothes on. This is a family show. Oh boy. Alright, really quick. Hopefully I don't chop it up. Nice. I'll take it. This is how it came. Not bad. Appears safe. That's all I care about. When I order books, I just want them to come safely in the mail. I like my books to arrive safely in the mail. Last year, during the holiday season, I had a horrible time with ordering books. I will do, like coming this year, it's going to hurt, but I'm probably not going to do any more ordering around about that in the October time. Yeah, I'm probably going to slow down on ordering. Because you liable to get a book, your book liable to come wrapped up in a garbage bag, man. No, but the good thing about it is that, you know, those people who I purchased the comics from, when I reached out to them, they did right by me. They made it right. You know? But man, the shipping system, UPS, or whoever's shipping or handling, they don't care about nothing about the holiday. It's like they were doing the Jim Carrey when he played the Postal Man, like how he drop kicked the box down the hallway. That's how my comics were coming. Oh, okay. I know what this is. Perfect. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful. So, you guys know that I'm a Spawn fan, but most importantly, I'm a Gunslinger Spawn fan. So, what I did was, I had to have another copy of, well, 2 more copies of Gunslinger Spawn, issue number 10, cover A, and this cover B. Now, you guys might not know it, but this is a first appearance and a first cover appearance. This book is going to be, well, in my opinion, this book is going to get hot later on. And I just want to have it tucked away in my collection. Getting them at price point, baby. $2.99. Right? Gotta love Todd Fowler for that. Giving up good quality material, good reads, and a lot of first appearances for just $2.99. I love it. Alright? Gunslinger. Gunslinger Spawn. Cover A. Cover B. Happy to have it. All right. We got one more. Now, this is something that I ordered from Sad Lemons, right? Yes. Sad Lemon Comics. I order from them quite often. So if you guys are watching Sad Lemon, I appreciate you. And you guys do great business. Thank you. So let's pop this puppy open and I'll show you what we got. And not for nothing, how was everybody's day? I hope you guys had a great day. I know I did. I had an excellent time at work. Was able to assist and help a lot of people. Just had a great time. Very challenging day, but I love days like that. It helps the day go by quick, and you feel like you've done some things. Right? You feel like you've helped some things, right? So you've helped some people. And for me, that's what it's all about. So I had a good day. I hope you guys had a good day and are still having a good day. And that's why I like trying to share these good vibes with everybody, man. Because, man, when I got off of work and got out and went out into the world, it was crazy out there. It was really, really crazy. First I got downtown and I saw a security guard and some guy about to fight. So I tried to tell them, you guys don't fight, don't do that. They wound up fighting anyway, and it didn't go right for somebody. It could have been avoided. But you know what happens when egos come into play. Man, that sucks, right? Then I go to Popeyes, get me some chicken, because I like Popeyes chicken. And then the employees is in there acting like they're going to square off on the manager. I said, man, I just want some chicken. I don't want no trouble. I just want some chicken, boss. That's it. But yeah, so I couldn't wait to hurry up and get home and do this video for you guys, because it's just so much going on in the world, man. And I think everybody's just getting distracted. Everybody's frustrated, man. But we got to remember, we need each other. We need each other, man. We can't keep trying to cancel each other out. That's not going to work. All right? Okay. Enough of me ranting about my, but I just pay attention to stuff like that. So I try to share smiles and get people to smile and share a good vibe no matter where I go. Right? So, this is a book that I've been telling you guys about a lot, right? Now, remember what I said. I see this book out there, I'm going to continue to grab it. But I had pre-ordered these from Sad Lemon, and they finally got here. I think Sad Lemon's up in Canada. So, yeah, I'll even order from Canada. Yeah, well. If it's a book that I want, I'm going to get it. Just depends on what you're trying to charge me for it. All right, so Sad Lemons Comics, thank you. I ordered 2 more copies of Star Wars, issue number 26. Of course I did. Yeah, so now I think I have probably, I want to say 5 or 6 copies of this book. Yeah, and I may have one more because I still haven't gone to my main comic book shop where my main pull list is at. I haven't gone there yet. So I know I've got tons of books in there that I gotta go get just to take care of it. And shout out to Wayne. You know I'm on the way. Don't worry about nothing, man. Shout out to Wayne and Eileen. Those are my people. They take care of me. So you guys know I'm coming. But don't worry about it. I'm on the way. All right? So, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the books that I grabbed this week. That's what came in the mail. I'm happy as a kid on Christmas, man. I'm doing for the culture. All right? So listen, I got to get out of here. I got to chop this video up and get it out to you. All right? And then try to get some sleep. I appreciate you. You know what I always say. Don't hate, congratulate. Show some love, people. Because that don't cost you nothing. appreciate. But no matter what we do, we should always keep it comics. And share good vibes only, man. It's enough nonsense in the world. I see you guys next video. Deuces. You know what it is.